The Thing About Bees, a Love Letter, written by Shabazz Larkin. When a bee and a flower love each other very much, a fruit is born. 1. The flower makes a sticky yellow dust called pollen. 2. As the bee drinks the flower's nectar, she gets pollen all over her hairy body. 3. The bee moves pollen from one flower to another. 4. Then we wait. 5. And wait. 6. And presto! The flower turns into a fruit you can eat. Strawberries. 7. This process is called pollination. We'd be hungry without the bees. They help vegetables and nuts grow too. Thank you, bees. Here's the thing about bees. Sometimes bees can be a bit rude. They fly in your face and prance on your food. They buzz in the bushes and buzz in your ear. They sneak up behind you and fill you with fear. Bzzz. And worst of all, they do this thing called sting. Ouch! Oh no! We may want bees gone because their sting hurts. But if they were all gone, it would hurt much worse. Without bees, there'd be no more picnics with watermelon. There'd be no more smoothies with mango. There'd be no more strawberries for shortcakes and no more avocados for tacos. There'd be no apples, which means no more pie. No more cucumbers, which means no more pickles. No more blueberries and raspberries for pancakes or sweet cherries to drizzle. Because some foods won't grow without bees to help them along. In a way, the bees are just like you. You buzz in the bushes and buzz in my ear. You sneak up behind me and fill me with fear. You fly in my face and prance on my food. You even sting when you're in a bad mood. But I never stop loving you. You're my sweet cherry, the apple pie of my eye. You're my cucumber pickle, my bumblebee in the sky. You're my cold watermelon at a picnic in the park. You're the avocados on my tacos. You're my strawberry heart. Without those little buzzers, the world wouldn't know what to do. That's the thing about bees. We need them just as much as we need you. I have a lot to learn from bees. I wrote this book because I have a ridiculous fear of bees. When my sons were born, I didn't want to pass that fear to them. So I set out to discover all I could about the little buzzers. I learned 3 things about bees. First, I learned that every living creature has a special part to play in the world, and that includes you. Second, when I learn more about a scary thing, the thing feels less scary to me. Third, I researched which bees and wasps are kind and which are kinda mean. I made a guide to help you see the difference too. It's brave to try to understand the things that scare us. Now, go be brave. Love, Shabazz. Everything you need to know about how not to get stung. A guide to bees and wasps, from kind to kinda mean. Bees, the bumblebee. The friendliest of all bees. Can sting, but usually ignores humans. Nests in the ground. Excellent pollinator. Makes honey, but not nearly as much as honeybees. Very fuzzy. Too big and blobby for its tiny wings, but flies anyhow. Carpenter bee. A big, harmless bee. Rarely stings. Makes nests in dead wood, like in old logs or in your house. That's why it's called a carpenter bee. Great pollinator. Pollinator. Anything like a bee, bird, butterfly, or bat that helps fruits and vegetables grow by spreading pollen from plant to plant. The honeybee. The world's best pollinator and pollen eater. Very friendly. Can only sting once. Lives inside hollow trees or logs, or in human-built hives. Makes honey and then eats it. Makes wax to build honeycombs for storing pollen, honey, and baby bees. Does a waggle dance to help hive mates find the good flowers. Bee safety and etiquette. Ignore bees in flight. They can't sting you if they are not on you. Stay calm and hold still if a bee comes around. Never swat at bees. They will sting you if you do. Avoid carrying ripe mangoes or you will smell like bee dinner. Wear shoes. Some bees make nests in the ground. Don't forget, bees don't want to sting you. They are busy collecting pollen. Tell an adult right away if a bee stings you. Wear a hat if you don't like bees in your hair. Wasps, the mud dauber. This little buzzer is not a bee. Not aggressive, rarely stings. Has a long skinny body with almost no hair. Hunts spiders for dinner. Most famous for its tube-shaped nests made out of mud. Not a pollinator. Hornet, the largest wasp. Only aggressive when threatened. Sting hurts the most of all wasps, and they can sting more than once. A pollinator, but much less so than bees. Chews wood into a pulp to make paper nests. Loves to eat rotting fruit and other insects. The yellow jacket, very aggressive when threatened. Not very hairy. Also not a bee, but they do pollinate a bit. If you see one, walk away slowly. If one stings you, run away fast because others will follow. Hunts garden pests, making gardeners happy. Eats meat and people food, making picnickers grumpy. If you are still afraid of bees, you can wear a beekeeper suit because we are all beekeepers. But seriously, we need to love the pollinators. Do all you can to save the bees, please.